What's going on?
He came to my door, complaining about something, and I told him to leave. I'm not a big fan of his.
Right.
And he left, and he goes to his car, and then he comes back, and he's knocking at the door. I'm like, dude, you're not welcome here. So I don't know what he's up to, but I just wanted to make a police report.
Okay.
Because I don't know where this is going.
Okay. Which house is his?
Well, the one that's the paint's peeling off of, and the driveway's horrible, and the yard is, that's that way on the other side. So.
All right. Yeah, as soon as these other cars come in, you want a formal report, though?
I just want him to leave.
Okay.
I mean, I made it clear he's not welcome on my property.
Well, we can advise him of that.
And then he left and came back. And I'm like, okay, I know there's a lot of lead paint peeling on your house, and maybe that's affecting your abilities to comprehend when I ask you to leave my property, but just go paint your house, buddy. Leave me alone.
All right. As soon as these other guys, if you want a report, we'll take one.
I don't take a report.
Just so it's documented, but
I just wanted to document that I asked him to leave.
When I'm done,
back.
I'll come back and talk to you. And
I don't want this to go further, but what I'm worried about is what he'll do and say.
I got you.
Because what I've been seeing, there's not a lot of stability over there.
All right.
So
I'll come back and talk to you when I'm done.
Okay.
Yeah, LT. Nothing. Yeah, I do. You want to? Okay, I got you. All right. Oh, no, that's fine. We'll figure it out. Okay? All right, LT. Thanks. So Judge Matia said you came over his house, knocked on the door.
Yeah.
He told you to leave. You went back out to your car, and then you came back.
Okay.
That's all I got from him.
Okay. All right. Okay. And he's concerned about this?
Yes. He doesn't know why you're at his house.
Oh, he doesn't know?
No.
Okay. All right. Well, I guess for the record, the judge drove by my house earlier and decided he wanted to scream something at my wife from the car. She was out here working in the yard. And she didn't know what was going on, and went over to see what was going on, and he yelled at her again. And so I stopped by and I asked him, hey, what's going on? And I'm going to do my best to quote the judge. He told me to fix up my house, and told me that I was a shitty mayor and a shitty human being. And proceeded to tell me to fix the potholes and pick up his garbage. And I looked over at what he was referring to. He said that he'd been out there for weeks. And it was lawn and leaf bags. And I told the judge, I said, hey, that's, it's not very neighborly to yell at somebody as you're driving by. I'm coming over here as a neighbor to, sort of see what's going on. And he said, you're not my neighbor. And I said, well, you live right down the street from me. I'm just trying to have, this I think is the first conversation I've ever had with the mayor. And I said, well, okay, as your mayor, and then he interrupted me and said, you're not my mayor. I didn't vote for you. I said, okay. Well, as the mayor, I guess, I can tell you that lawn and leaf bags aren't scheduled to get picked up until May. That's what we have on the schedule. And then he told me to get off his property and slam the door in my face. And I started to walk away, but I noticed that when he slammed the door, a piece of mail that was stuck in his mail slot fell onto the ground. And I guess in an attempt to be a neighborly example, I went back, picked it up off the ground, and I knocked on his door so it wouldn't get lost or whatever. I don't know how they go in the house. So I just knocked on the door, and then he didn't answer, so I put it in the mail slot and I left.
All right. So he wants you trespass advised. So you can't go on his property anymore. You get arrested.
I have no intention of going on
I have to just tell you that.
Of course, yeah.
And other than that, we're good.
Can I ask you a question?
Go ahead.
About the kind of behavior. I know that yelling at somebody from the car is rude. Obviously, if you do it many times, it becomes harassment.
Right.
I don't know if the judge has a problem with his temper. I'm aware of some other issues, but I don't know at what point I should be concerned. We live right down the street. He's obviously got some anger issues. Again, like I said, this is the first time I've ever had a conversation with this man. And I don't want, I'm not here during the day. I don't want him to come over here and think that he has license to...
Right, that works both ways. Just like you're not allowed over there anymore, and then if he does something, you got to call us and document it. You know what I mean?
I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right. So we got to log your information in the CAD.
Do your thing.
Have your ID on you?
Just so it's in the computer. So...
Okay.
Thank you.
This is fascinating. I didn't realize. Thank you.
Yep. That's why I came over. So.
But you know what? I guess this is one of those things that one should expect in these times. That he would behave this way.
Thank you.
No, thank you.
All right. We're good.